My name's Alex. I'm 22 years old. I graduated from university last year. I've been doing parkour for about 5 years. I forget when I started. Why do I do parkour? I guess now that I've done it for 5 years, it's a bit harder to remember why I do it. To me, it's just the natural thing to do. We're meant to be moving around and exploring the environment and exploring our bodies. So instead of going to the gym to lift some weights, I much prefer to be moving around, climbing things, jumping on things. It's much more freeing than regimented exercise things. There's also a lot of mental challenges to it. It's not just about whether your body is able to do it, but it's about whether you can focus and concentrate. If you're trying to jump from one place to another, but it's a bit of an awkward jump, or it's something slightly different, it's a bit further than normal, you're feeling tired, all those things make it a bit harder, and there's often a mental battle. And you might be standing there for 10, 20 minutes looking at this thing, trying to will yourself to do it. And I think there's something really good about having that inner mental battle where you're there fighting with your own mind, saying, I want to do this, and your mind says, you can't do it. And that internal battle, I think, is really, really good to do. There's just a whole range of benefits from parkour. Physically, it's good for you, not just because you're being active and moving, but it does lots of things that other sport or exercise doesn't do. You've got all these things with the joints going on. If all you do is running, that's not going to keep your wrist and spine strong. If all you're doing is swimming, then you're not going to have hips that can still move. So parkour is good at using the whole range of what the body can do, and therefore keeps the whole body strong. And not just strong, but also flexible and mobile. It also was always making you think about what you're doing. There's all these different movement patterns. Sometimes you have to create a new movement for that particular wall that you need to climb over, and that'll have you there thinking, if my hand goes here first, how do I then, which foot should I put down? How does my foot get through? Do I then have to push with my shoulders or lead with my hips, or all those sorts of small things? And then again, there's the mental side to parkour. On the one hand, it's this very playful, exploring, creative thing where there's no set moves. You can do whatever you want, you can go where you want, you can find your own challenges and then solve them yourself. And some people do much more swinging, some people do much more jumping, some more climbing, and that's all part of this exploring. Parkour's a bit of a weird one because it's inherently individual in that there's no competition element, it's just you and the environment. But we always train it socially. It's much nicer to be training in a group. And you can train on your own as well, it's quite different. There it's just you and the environment, much more of a kind of lone warrior type battle, or just one artist creating something. But when you're training with people, you can be sharing ideas, encouraging each other. Then it's really good to be bouncing ideas off each other. So in that sense, yeah, there's this whole social element to it. It's like when you see kids just playing together. They're just playing together, and it doesn't need to be structured, and that's kind of what parkour is going to. It's often a bit tricky practicing parkour because it's not a normal thing to do. So we get funny looks, and sometimes people say to us, you shouldn't be doing that, get down from there, you're going to hurt yourself. They don't often give good reasons for it, apart from that we're doing something weird. The reason I think I'll be doing parkour for a long time is just because of the variety within it. It's not a strict set discipline. You can do all sorts of things, and you can always be finding new challenges and different challenges. Sometimes it's strength, sometimes it's speed. And there's always this creativity that means you can do different things with it, and that in that way it keeps your mind and body youthful from that exploring side of things.